Fatwood, can't find it, no worries. I'm going to give you some other alternatives you can find readily in swathes of woodland near you. So this is a silver birch. It grows readily here in all the forests and northern forests of Norway, Sweden, right the way across this band of the UK and likely across into America, and it will be known as the paper birch. It sheds its bark pretty easily and contains these betulum oils, okay, which light and are an accelerant and really help promote that healthy flame and fire, and you can actually see the oils being given off. Now we've got this black, see that black oily, okay, that's those betulum oils. It's got a really powerful smell to it as well. Okay, and so you can use this to start your fires just as readily and easily as using fatwood or a fatwood stick that you have to buy in. Technically, as a non-native species here to the UK, it's an absolutely perfect addition to our woodlands and a real help to would-be woodsmen and those wanting to start a fire whilst out camping, for the simple fact that it readily peels. All of its bark can be collected as it comes off in these little pieces, sometimes bigger sheets, and you're not doing it any harm by taking off this outer layer. If you go any further, you could then start to inhibit the tree's ability to push fluids around. But just taking a little piece like this and lighting it, you'll see how quickly those oils can get going. Oh, that is red hot. With its sugary content, renowned for making silver birch wine, silver birch syrup. Guys, subscribe to see yet more skills like tapping this tree for sap and for fluid and as a survival technique. So guys, this is another fantastic alternative to your fatwood for getting your fire started, and it is the cherry. Okay, so anything in this prunus family usually has its telltale signature lenticels. Okay, so these raised, funny looking horizontal bumps here on the main trunk are a bit of a giveaway for me. I kind of think of it a little bit like braille, you know, for somebody who may be blind has to learn to read braille. This is kind of how I imagine that it would read with all these bumps on here, and that's the method I use for teaching it. The other big giveaway is right now in springtime, as the trees are just about to burst into life with cherry blossom. I'm just going to come and grab some now. So as you can see here, it's this fantastic explosion of growth which is going to transform this entire tree, and it will then start to look a little bit like it's snowing as the year progresses on, as these kind of these little flowers then start to come away. Later in the year, it's going to go on to produce fruit, which is of course the cherry that you can buy commercially. But the bit that really interests us in today's video is here in the bark, because much like the silver birch or the paper bark tree, it peels away readily. Okay, and you can take strips of this off and you can light it. It also contains volatile oils, just like the tree resins that we find in fatwood. And so it really is that simple. That's another fantastic alternative. In the absence of finding vast swathes of pine forest and spruce and firs to find the sacred fatwood, you can go to a broadleaf woodland, generally most broadleaf woodlands here in the UK, and there'll be at least one native cherry in there. Whether it's a bird cherry or whether it's the wild cherry, doesn't make any difference. It still contains those all important volatile oils with their fatwood properties for starting a fire. Mora knives. Which one suits you and why? As I take these out into the field and put them through their paces.